This video is going to show you some quick tips on how to assemble your new spin bin composter. One of our first tips is go ahead and open up your parts pack and set the metal legs to the side. Get your nuts and bolts, dump them inside your lid to help keep them contained. Get 2 of the quarter panels and go ahead and get the black nuts and bolts and put those together. If you don't have an electric drill to put those nuts and bolts together quickly, go ahead and push the screw through, and while holding the nut to one side, just use your screwdriver to thread that in and lock it in place. It's going to save you a little time on threading those together with your fingers. Once you have your 2 halves together, go ahead and grab the U-shaped pieces and put them together. They have a little lock nut. Put them together, make sure that the little locks go in place. Then you're just going to set it on top of your spin bin. And at this point, go ahead and grab 2 of your bolts, the silver bolts, and push them through. Come up from the bottom, hold them in place, get your other half. Go ahead and line up those poles, put those together, get your silver nuts, and go ahead and put those on. And at this point, you don't want to go and do the opposite side just yet. What you want to do is work your way around equally on both sides. So you can maybe do 2 or 3 on one side, 2 or 3 on the other, go back and forth until you work your way around to the other side. Here's another quick tip. If you're having trouble sometimes getting those black nuts through the plastic or even the silver ones, go ahead and use the screwdriver, push it up in there and turn the screwdriver, and as those threads catch on the plastic, it's going to pull it through. And then just go ahead and put the nut on top and finish screwing and tightening it down. Okay, you got the 2 halves together, you have your central shaft in place. Go ahead and grab one of the elbows that has the hole in it. Put that in place, get your large nuts, go ahead and secure those in place. And this is where you're going to need like a crescent wrench or an open face wrench. Go ahead and tighten those down and then do that on the same side. While you're there, flip the elbow up. Get your longer leg. You're going to have 4 long legs and 2 short dowels. Put those in place. Now this is important here. These have a wedge design. So when you insert the leg into that elbow, you're going to want to hit it fairly hard to wedge that up in place and lock it and secure it. You're going to do this with all of your pieces, because if you don't do this, your stand's going to come apart. So it's designed that you use either a rubber mallet or a wooden mallet, or even if you have a fairly strong hand, go ahead and tap that in place fairly well. You're going to repeat that on the other side. Then you're going to go ahead and grab your short dowel, put an elbow, the ones without the hole, on either side. Go ahead and grab both legs on the bottom, put those in place. Then you're going to go ahead and repeat the step on the top. Put your leg up on top, grab your short dowel, 2 of the elbows without leg, and then you're going to repeat, put that in place, your other leg. Go ahead and bring your spin bin upright. Make sure you're tapping, wedging those in place so that they're strong, and you're all set. All right, now that your spin bin is assembled, go ahead and start adding your material. Lean a little heavier on the carbon, a little less on the nitrogen materials. We'll supply a link to a video for a much more detailed assembly. If you have any questions, send us an email. Thanks.